Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, throughout the four corners of the earth, and the brothers who risking their lives and preaching this truth day in and day out, week in and week out with all their might, and out of the sincerity of their heart. This video is a response to the brother Yakir, brother in our camp, a lieutenant. He had did this video, put off the old man, and the weak nature. Put off the old man, the weak nature. And basically I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna get into the first scripture is 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 31. All right, because this is key in putting off the weak nature, and and if those that were before us, were mightier than us, and as mighty as the Apostle Paul, he had to let them know himself that this is something that he practices, putting off the old man. Whatever flesh you might have glorified from your past, like being in the world or before you came into the truth, and those little weak things, or whatever shit, like the shit you thought you had going on. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 15 and let me get to verse 31. He said, I protest by your rejoicing, which I have in Mashiach Yahweh Shai, our Lord. Because that's the only thing we really have to glorify or to rejoice in. But this is the point. He said, I die daily. Now the Apostle Paul, he said that he dies daily. So by him putting off that weak nature, or he knew that it was a fight. He knew that it was something you had to do. Like it wasn't just I came in the truth. I'm in the truth. Shit, let me just chill out. I found out the truth. I'm an Israelite. I grew a beard. I ain't eat no pork chops or whatnot. Committing adultery. Let me wait till Yahweh Shai come back. And it's not like that, man. Because when you come in this truth, man, hey, the demons come for you. The demons come for you, man. And they strong too, man. You gotta identify them. You gotta fight them. And you gotta put away all the shit that you thought you had going on, man. That weak nature. A lot of us, even as men, man, are feminine as hell, man. Because of this American upbringing. Luckily, through the grace of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, I grew up with, a daddy, male big cousins and shit, uncles, and a lot of, shit I was able to deal with, far as harshness and upbringing. But a lot of brothers, didn't get that opportunity, so they might have some feminine shit going on with them, far as how to react towards a man or how to interact with brothers, or some of us might have pride, going on or some shit where we don't want to do this or we don't want to do this, or some brothers are hard-headed. But that's weak nature, man. That's fuck, I need a good worldly shit. That's not what we dwell on in the truth. In the truth, we ultimately dwell on making it out of here. And when I say out of here, for the first time listeners, Babylon the Great, which is America, which is the captivity that the true Hebrew Israelites, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are in currently, and have been in since shit we stepped foot on this soil, under the oppression of the so-called white man. Under the oppression of the so-called white man, who was Esau Edom, the physical seed of Satan on the planet of the earth, according to the Holy Bible. Okay, so with my next scripture, I'm gonna get 1 Peter 2 and verse 11. Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, because that's all we are on this earth. Abstain from fleshly lusts which war against your soul. Salakia, which war against the soul. So he said abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul, man. And that's part of that weak nature, man. You might feel like you want to go do some just some off-ass shit, man. You know, and that's part of those demons visiting you and proving you, you know, to the Most High. Because this is a proving ground. And the demons, hey, they work for the Most High too, according to the Holy Scriptures. But that's a whole nother lesson. But for you first-time believers, if you don't believe that, look in the book of Psalms, man. I think it's Psalm 78 and 49 when he said, I sent upon them evil angels. If that's not exactly it, you can word search it. Amos 3 and 6, he said, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not basically respond? He said, shall evil be done in the city and the Most High have not done it. So the Most High send them demons to prove you, man. But you gotta put off that weak nature, man. Daily, man. You gotta die daily like Paul, man, and just the hard-headedness, the ego, the pride, the shit, you name it, man. A demon might tell your ass, man, hey, look, let's go commit adultery. You be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's something you ain't thought about doing in years, man. Years, man. Anything, man. Smoke some damn blunts, you know. But that's weak nature, man. Like he told Job, gird up thy loins and prove thyself a man. You know, that's also part of weak nature, man. But he said, beloved, it's 1 Peter 2 and 11. I'm gonna read it again. Beloved, dearly beloved, Salakia, dearly beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul. All right. Verse 12, having your conversation honest amongst the Gentiles, whereas they speak evil against you as evil doers, they may by your good works, which they shall behold, glorify Yahweh in the day of visitation. Because, you know, they speak evil of us for good works, you know, and a brother might get derailed by that or get sidetracked by that or question even if he in the truth, man. But if they speaking evil of you, man, hey, that mean, you know, you doing something good, man. The scripture says, it talks about in Matthew, and it says in Esdras, but I'm more familiar exactly what the one in Matthew is from either the 1st or the 10th chapter. But he says, enter thy narrow gate. You know, for wide is the gate and broad is the way which leads to destruction, man. So we trying to enter that narrow gate, man. And to enter that narrow gate, it's just like you running, man. It's like you running through the jungle, man. You got a backpack, you got an M16, you got some goddamn army combat steel toe boots, a helmet. Something gotta go. I'm gonna take something out this goddamn backpack so I can run faster, get through the barbed wire and jump this goddamn fence. One of these things that might not be essential, I'm gonna get rid of. And that's how it is with the flesh. And that's how it is with you know, that old man. To get to this kingdom, man, that the Most High has prepared for the elect from the foundation of the earth, you have to remove things. Which is gonna take me into my next scripture. This is Matthew 10 and verse 21. Let me see, that's Matthew 10. I'm adjusting to this new Bible I got. All right, yeah, it ain't Matthew 10 and 21, man. Let me see, man. Okay, God. It's Matthew 10 and 22. Okay, it said, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So, putting off the old man is part of endurance. It's part of endurance. All right. Yahweh Shai also commanded us to take up our cross. You know, he said if you can't take up your cross and follow after him, you know you're not worthy of him, man. But the scriptures say, "He who endures to the end, man, the same shall be saved, man." We have to endure to the end. You know, we have to honestly just take and put off that old man, endure to the end, die daily, gird up our loins, examine ourselves, and fight the good fight of faith. That's it's essential. It's essential when you're warfaring for Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, and the Son. It's essential, you know. And let me get this next scripture. I want to get this next scripture right here, because the next one was in Matthew 10 as well. It says, here you go, Matthew 10 and 39. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 38 because I quoted it. This is Matthew 10 and 38. And he that taketh not, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 36 because this is part of weak nature, man. A lot of us, you know, then this is part of putting off the old man. You know, a lot of people when you first come into the truth, a lot of people can't, you know, sup with that. So after a while, all right, it said, a man's foes, Matthew 10 and 36, a man's foes shall be there of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter not more than me is not worthy of me. And because they can't save you. You can work out your salvation, and hopefully Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai saves your own soul. But you loving your son, your daughter, your mother, your brother, your father more than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is only going to get both of you condemnation, as opposed to saving yourself. And as the scriptures say, you know, the Lord might have mercy on him, because he said a man like with I think it's Cornelius. I think it was either Cornelius or was another, and I think it was another centurion as well that he said, because I remember the other centurion got baptized with them, but he said, I saved the man in his household, man. You know, it said, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. So you got to take up that cross, man, putting away that old man. You got to mortify, like the scripture says, mortify the deeds of the flesh. Verse 39, he that findeth his life shall lose it. So if you try to keep that old shit going or establish something in this world, man, you're ultimately going to pluck yourself out of this truth, man. And you ain't going to be doing nothing but waiting for FEMA, ICBM missile fires, FEMA camps, concentration camps, ICBM missile fires, rape, murder, death, famine, and calamity to come upon you and your household. Once you if you still want to hold on to that weak nature and that old man and not push this truth and gird up your loins for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because it's not going to get better. Black lives don't matter, man. The elect lives matter, and it's only going to get worse, and the Most High is only going to deliver the elect. All right? This is Matthew 10 and 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. So wait a minute. If you save a soul from death and cover a multitude of sins, pursuant to the book of James, it said, he that receiveth you, we reading it right here, he that receiveth you receiveth me. So, you know, they receive it Yahweh Shai, if you coming in his name. And it said, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. You know, and if we receive Yahweh Shai, we receive, you know, ultimately the Father and the things that he has prepared for us. And he farther down explains that in the last couple verses of the chapter, you know. But this I got two more scriptures I'm gonna bring out, and unless the Spirit prick me to do more. This is on this topic. This scripture might have been brought out from other brothers a couple amount of times, but it's lucrative to the matter. All right, it's detrimental to the matter and the topic. This is Job 38 and verse 3. He says, "Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I wonder why I ain't say woman." But we ain't gonna get to that. All right, this is Job 38 and 3. "Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand thee and answer thou me." He said, "I will demand thee." Now, the Lord said, "I'm going to question you." And he said, "I want you to tell me the answer." But he said, "Gird up your loins." That's in a spin-off version of a little micro example of that is in the movie Friday, when Pop said, "Come on, Craig. Fight like a man, Craig. Get up, Craig." And he told the woman, "Shut up. Let him fight. Let him be a man." But the Lord wants us to gird up our loins as our Father. Ultimately, as our Father, our true Father, He's telling us to gird up our loins and answer thou Him. And we got to answer the Most High. We got to answer to the Most High. We have to do the work, man. But if you still holding on to that weak nature or that old man, you going to answer to him. But it ain't going to be in the fashion that you would wish. Pursuing Isaiah 66 and 15, the Most High, man, the Most High coming back the Most High coming back for real, man, in a powerful fashion. Due to contrary to popular belief, man, which thinks that the Most High is some candy cane man who go cover it, with Easter baskets or some shit. Man, the Most High said He coming with fire, with chariots, and with swords, man, to plead with all flesh. And He said, "The slain of the Most High shall be many." He said in Revelations, the blood was to the horse's bridle, man. So when the Lord come back, He's coming to kill for real, man. And if you keep holding on to that weak nature, pussyfooting around, man, He ultimately gonna spew you out, man, and he gonna deal with you. All right, this is Colossians 3 and verse 5. This is the last scripture. Okay. This is Apostle Paul in Colossians 3 and 5. He said, "Mortify," meaning put to death. "Mortify therefore the members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry." And if you got time, word search those words. Look them up. I'm not even gonna get into them because I want you to look them up. The Lord wants you to look them up. Verse 6, Colossians 3 and 6. "For which things sake the wrath of Yahweh cometh upon the children of disobedience." So, man, like I was saying, if you don't put off that weak nature, man, the Most High gonna put His wrath on you, and He's the King of terrors, man. You don't want it with Him, man. Like old Jake saying, your arm's too short to box with God, man. The Most High, He gonna deal with you, man. So there it is. Hopefully you brothers was edified who seen the video. All praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, of Israel in general. Salutations to the hopeful elect, the brothers out there pushing this truth week in and week out. Shalom.